Here's a lead gen strategy that used to work really well on Facebook. We're gonna go over to Facebook here, and let's just imagine that you're a fitness coach. So what the strategy looks like is you go into the search bar, you type in something like weight loss, and if you get a notification like this, just click on show search results. And then the strategy tells us to go down and filter by groups so that we see all the different weight loss groups that exist on Facebook. And then go find the biggest ones, like this one here that have almost 120,000 members, and then request to join those biggest groups, hoping that there will be leads inside. Now this strategy used to work really well, but not anymore. These large Facebook groups are now crawling with your competitors, which means that any good leads who are inside these groups are already overrun with sales pitches from your competitors. Don't join this crowd. Joining these groups is a complete waste of your time. Fortunately, there is a way to use ChatGPT and Facebook in conjunction. You can find all kinds of Facebook groups that are filled with your ideal leads and aren't discovered by your competition. Let's dive in. While many Facebook groups are going to be saturated with your competitors, remember there are over 10 million groups on Facebook. There are lots of great prospecting groups for you. You just need to uncover the ones that have awesome leads and don't have your competitors crawling all over them. That's where ChatGPT can come in very handy. Let's imagine that you're a business coach who helps new coaches launch their online businesses. The old strategy on Facebook would look something like this. You go up to the search bar and you might type in online coaches. And you go down to groups and you find these most common groups that are recommended by Facebook to you, as well as all of your competitors. Joining these groups is just going to land you in a saturated prospecting group. You don't want to do that. Instead, here's what you can do. Let's go over to ChatGPT, and here's the prompt that I'm going to use. It says, I run an online business that targets, and here's where you want to insert your target niche. So in this case, we said we're targeting online coaches who want to, and then you can insert 1, 2, or maybe 3 desires. These are needs and wants of your ideal leads. So in this case, I run an online business that targets online coaches who want to, let's say, start their online business. And then I'm going to insert a second desire as well. Let's say, get their first client, and let's say, make money online. Then let's continue to read the prompt here. It says, I need to find as many Facebook groups as possible that have these leads inside. What search terms should I use in Facebook to find the right groups? Go ahead, enter that prompt into ChatGPT, and you'll see it's going to go to work very quickly, and it's going to give you a bunch of examples of search queries that you can put into Facebook that are dissimilar from the types of queries that your competitors are using. So let's take a look at the results, and you'll notice that right here, this is kind of the standard search that all your competitors are doing. You don't want to use that search. Instead, you want to look for searches that are unlikely to be used by your competitors. As I scroll down here, this one stood out to me right away. Get your first coaching client. I'm going to then take that and then go back over to Facebook. Let's put that into the Facebook search. And then we'll do the same process. Once the results come up here, simply filter by groups. And this time you're going to notice that Facebook returns a whole bunch of groups that it didn't return when you simply searched online coaches. And that makes sense, right? You're using a different search string, a different query that your competitors aren't likely using. And what you can do now is literally go through this entire list of all these recommended search terms that ChatGPT provided for you. And one by one, you can take those over into Facebook search, take a look at the groups that it returns, request to join those groups, and then once you're inside, you can start connecting with leads who likely aren't already bombarded by your competitors. That's the manual way that you can find these groups and join these groups, but there's also a way to automate this process and make it very quick. Let me show you. I'm going to go over to a tool that I use. It's called Unipro, and inside there's something that's called an AI group finder. And we're going to do a very similar process here. Let's say who your target audience is. So in this case, we're going to say it's new online coaches. And then we want to list 1 to 5 things that your target audience wants. So we'll try some similar ideas as to what we just used in ChatGPT. In this case, we're going to say start an online business, launch online business, get online clients, make money online, transition to online business. For anyone maybe who has an in-person practice and wants to transition that online. Now here's something that's really helpful. In Unipro, we can tell Unipro to only look for groups that are private groups. I'm going to go back over here to this search. You'll notice that Some of these groups are public groups, and in general, these public groups tend to have lower quality leads because there's no filtering process. Anyone can join these groups. So I'm going to leave this turned on. I only want to join private groups. And then this is also important, the minimum number of members for these groups. You probably want to join groups that have at least 1,000 members. You can imagine if you found an awesome group, but it only had 25 members in it, well, you're going to burn through those 25 leads very, very quickly. So the minimum threshold that I usually use is 1,000 members. And that's why it says recommended here. Now, I simply click on start, and what Unipro is going to do, it does all the work that we just did manually, but it's going to do it in a matter of minutes and find your ideal groups that are private groups that match the search terms that you asked for. They're private groups in this case, and they have at least 1,000 members. And you can see Unipro, it's already gone through and scanned 77 groups. 29, now 36 of them have matched our search criteria. And when we come back in just a few seconds, Unipro will be done working. Okay, and there we have it. We are finished. Let's take a look at the results. Here's a list of all the groups that Unipro found. And you can see here, it scanned through almost 500 groups in order to find 100 that perfectly matched the requirements that we're looking for. These are hidden groups that it's unlikely your competitors have found. They're private groups, and they have the minimum number of members that you requested. And here's your next step. Let's take a look at the full list here. Here are the 100 groups that Unipro found. And then you can literally click on any of these groups to take a look at them, or you can request to join any of these groups. And very soon you're going to have access to thousands and thousands of leads who you probably never would have found using a traditional Facebook search. What do you do once you're inside those prospecting groups? Well, you simply build relationships. You can post content. You can comment on other people's posts. You can send friend requests to people who are inside the group so that they can come into your network and you can see their content and they can see your content. You can strike up conversations, all sorts of ways to gather leads and nurture those leads. You just need to be in the right Facebook groups. That is the process that I use to find thousands of amazing leads on Facebook. And like I said, I do use a secret weapon. That secret weapon is Unipro. It's an amazing tool. It goes out on a Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience. It makes sure that those leads see your content so that you can nurture those leads, striking up conversations with those leads, and then making offers to your leads at the exact time that they're most likely to buy from you. Unipro has been a game changer for my business, and I know you're going to love it as well. Go over to unipro.com to check it out today. That's what I've got for you in this video, all about uncovering leads inside Facebook groups that your competitors haven't yet found. If this was helpful, give it a like. And if you have any questions about this strategy, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you're building your online business and you're using Facebook and you haven't yet checked out Unipro, you gotta check it out. Go over to unipro.com. It's really going to help you grow your business. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.